Hello, everyone. Hope I'm audible to everyone. Hello, guys. Hello. That's great. That's great. We're just going to start within a minute. That's great. Hope everyone goes well. Everyone is fine. Great. Yes, today's session is going to be on a Python basics onwards only. Okay, guys, let's get started. So as all you know that my name is Uttam Grade and I'm working as a data scientist at Accenture. So today's session we are going to, so there's a overall like 5 days of a workshop, and today's session we are going to cover multiple stuff related to Python. Like first of all, like we'll start from the basics one from scratch. You can think about it in this way, right? So we are going to cover multiple stuffs for sure. Okay, let me just share my screen for everyone can see this. What we are going to do it. Everyone can see my screen. Okay, as I told, there's a 5 days of a workshop. So today's session we will cover like Python, what exactly Python is, why do we use Python, right? Why do we require Python for this? Why don't we choose another languages as well in the market, right? Why do we choose Python as well? So these are the stuff we are going to discuss first. Okay, so let's get started. So as you know that like everyone, Python nowadays, Python is so much popular, right? Python is used widely, right? For data science, AI, machine learning, NLP, and many more stuff, right? As most of you know that, right? Python has also used for the scripting as well, right? We can write a long scripts within a Python as well. So these are the things we can do that in Python. But what is Python and why it is used and why it is famous as well, right? You can see this in this thing as well. So Python is the simple language, the simple definition I'll just explaining. Python is just a programming languages like the way we have another languages as well in the market like Java, Java, JS, JavaScript, C++, and many more, Golang and all that, many stuffs, right? So like the way same process, like the way same Python is a programming language, it is an interpreted language. And it is used often for building a website, software, automating a task, writing a scripts, and conducting a data analysis. A data analysis in terms of like data science, you can say, like machine learning, artificial intelligence, natural language processing, deep learning in this manner. So Python is a general purpose language, meaning it can be used to create a variety of different programs, and it's not specialized in a specific problem. As I told, it's not specialized in like specifically it is used for data science, it is specifically used for NLP and all that. That's not true, right? It can be used for creating a website as well. It can be used for creating apps as well, right? So these are the things we can do it with Python. But why so much popular Python is nowadays? Because of like it is easy to understand for everyone, right? If a person has knows about a little bit like English words, right? If a person has able to understand a normal English terms, that person can easily understand, okay, what exactly Python is, right? The so much easier language is Python to learn, right? A non-technical person can easily understand what actually Python is, how it works, and all that stuff. Okay, right? Uh, and Python is so much good to understand, right? It is so much easy to learn, and the syntaxes are very much important in Python. The first thing, and just let you know that Python is a very important and very you can say easy language to learn. But the most important thing in Python is to basically syntaxes, right? Syntaxes. So syntaxes are very much important in Python. Whenever we are writing a code in Python, at that time we have to take care about the syntaxes only. Okay. Then, so these are the stuff, they are the basic introduction about Python, right? what exactly Python is, why do we use, right? Why so much is popular? Because of data science, because of nowadays we are generating a huge kind of a data, right? And someone requires to solve the problems throughout a data related stuffs, right? So what kind, like what people's, like what are those people who can solve a data related stuff, like data scientists, data analysts, business analysts, and those people mostly use a Python. They are preferred to work with a Python because it is easier to understand, and it is much easier to work on these stuff related to data, right? But there's some discrepancy as well. Python, like it is much slower than the other languages we have, like Java, C++. These are the languages we have. It is much slower than that, right? But it's a faster way to work to data, to analyze the data, right? To analyze data, to make a predictions with the help of machine learning, NLP, to making a visualization. Like there are multiple libraries we have in Python, right? Okay. Okay, so this is all about a Python exactly, right? So we have understood what exactly Python is. It's a general purpose language, like the way another we have. Okay, and why it is used, we have discussed so far. Okay, and why it is popular, these are the things we have stuff already. We have talked about. Now, this most important thing I have told you already, the syntaxes. We have to take care about the syntaxes only in Python. Okay, if we are writing a code, if we are writing a script, if we are write a script, or if we are doing a data analysis stuff, anything, so at that time we have to take care about the syntaxes. Now let's just talk about most important stuffs in Python. If a person are going to understand or going to learn a Python, what is basically collections. So Python is a library, and within the Python we have some collections. So not library, Python is a language. Okay, the collections basically. So basically, in Python, we have some collections. Collection, what are the meaning? The meaning of collections: the list, dictionary, set, tuple, range, enumerate, iterator, generator. I'll explain these are the steps as well. Don't worry about that. And what are the types? Types basically means the data types we have. So Python contains some multiple data types. Python takes covers some multiple data types, like string data type we have. Like my name is Uttam Grade. So Python will understand Uttam grade within a string. It will understand Uttam grade within a string only because it is a character format. If something is written in Python in the form of character, it will be understand, okay, this is a string. We don't have to specify I'm writing a string in this manner. I can just write it for you. Let's suppose I'm just writing Uttam grade in this manner. Uttam grade. So Python will always understand, okay, this is a string only. If I just check a type of this with the help of type, I can easily understand, okay, what is the type of this one I have written? It is a string. I haven't specified to Python I am writing a string. I haven't specified to Python. Python has already is that much good enough to understand, okay, this is a string I am written. But how Python has been understand automatically, this is a thing I have written string in the format of double quotes. If I'm writing something within a double quotes, is it within a double quotes, a normal double quotes, or in this way as well? If I write in this way, so I haven't specified I'm writing string. I just write a Floxus within a double quotes. Python will automatically understand, okay, I'm writing a string in this manner. Okay, so string data type we have in Python, integer data type we have. Integer, what exactly integer is? We all know that, right? What integer? The 12. I am not saying Python I am writing a string or I'm writing an integer number. I just write a 12 only. It is showing me, okay, it is an integer. Python is already understand, okay, this is a 12 is an integer number. I haven't specified. Okay, if I just write 12, see, it is showing me 12, right? But if I just want to show the what is the type of this 12, in this way, with the help of type parameter or type function can show you, okay, what is the type, what kind of type 12 it is, right? The float values basically means like 12.1, the floating value it has. That these are the data types we have in Python, right? Complex numbers we all have read the complex numbers, right, in our 10-12 standards, like 10-12 standards, like a plus ib, in this way, right? We have read a plus ib, right? This is called a complex numbers. These are the stuff we are going to cover so far. These are the stuff, don't worry about that. But This is called a data types in Python we have. Okay, now what are the syntaxes we have? So you must be thinking about, so you are talking about the syntaxes. What are those syntaxes? We'll just take care about it. Okay, syntaxes, we have to more take care about the syntaxes, what exactly the syntaxes are. Now, arguments, inline, closure, decorators we have in Python, classes we have in Python, right? Like the way different languages have Java, C, C++, the classes, right? Classes, objects. The same thing we have in Python as well, right? The classes, object, everything, right? Duck data types, enumerate, exceptions. Exceptions are nothing but the handling the errors. If you are writing a huge code and if you don't want to stop your code in between, if something is happen wrong, at that time we can use a exceptions, the try catch method, you can say the differently, right? So these are the stuff we can generally use. Okay. And then system is basically input, command line, arguments, open, path. So these are, I have written more than that, I have written many things in this one, but these are the stuff we are not going to cover. We are just going to cover the simple basics one. Okay, like CSV, what kind of data Python worked on. Like mostly we worked on CSV files, SQLite data we can work with Python, JSON data, right? JavaScript object notation files, pickle files, byte files, struct, array, memory view, dec, right? These are the data types we can work on Python. What are the advanced in Python? If someone like asked you, what are the advancement in Python? These are things that threading, right? Threading, multi-threading, you can say multi-threading, multi-threading, operators, introspection, meta programming, evaluation, coroutine. These are the things, right? Libraries we have. Now let's just talk about the libraries, right? These are the libraries basically used for data science mainly, or NLP, deep learning, artificial intelligence, right? Libraries are mainly used for those only, right? Like the way you have heard about, right? Pandas, maybe you have heard about pandas, NumPy, matplotlib, seaborn, right? NLP, in NLP we have a lot of libraries like TensorFlow, right? PyTorch. In deep learning we have CNN, RNN, multiple things you have heard about. But those are the codes, the codes, or you can say the libraries has already written in Python. That is why most popular in Python, like Python is most popular language. Why? Because everything related to artificial intelligence, data science, all those functions has been built already. Functions, or you can say the libraries has been already written over there, like TensorFlow, CNN, RNN, LSTM, multiple things we have. Everything is been written already in Python. That is why it is so much popular. Okay. Now let's just move ahead. Okay, so what are the libraries we have? The progress bar, plot, table, curses, logging, scrapping, web, profile, numpy, image, animation. So we can work any kind of a data in Python, right? The audio kind of a data. If we have a audio type of a data, we can work on that as well. Animation related stuff we can work. Sanitizer, right? Sorry, not sanitizer, synthesizer, numpy. These are the stuffs. Okay. Now, so we have talked about data types, right? Syntaxes, what exactly syntaxes we have. These are the stuffs. Okay. Now let's just talk about something syntaxes. Syntax, right? What exactly syntax is it? Let me just write a one simple for loop. What exactly for loop is, we will discuss. I'm just writing something for the syntaxes purpose only. For I, let's suppose I'm writing a for loop in Python for range, I'm just writing something, range, or just forget about the range. I'm just writing a in this way. I have just passed Floxus. Floxus is an, I have written something, right? And this is a syntax. So see, this is a syntax. This is a colon. This is a syntax. And if I enter after this colon, so see, this already it is showing me a one tab difference. One tab difference. This is called a syntax. Python has already knows about, okay, after if I just put a if I just put a this colon, it will show me the, okay, one tab difference, one tab space after the next line, right? If I haven't used this, okay, the next line will be start from the starting only. This is much how Python and smart it is, you can say. Okay. Now, if I just do this what it will show me? It is showing me, okay, Floxus in this manner it is showing me. It is printing me Floxus like the way one by one, line by line, it is printing me, right? If I just want to see in the one single line, just type a end, not deck. It is printing me Floxus in this way. So this is called a syntax. This is called a syntax. If I just remove this, if I just remove this colon, and if I just want to write, if I just want to run this one again, it is showing me okay, syntax error, it is showing me okay, invalid syntax, it is showing me. It is making me a mark here. Okay, I have missed something here. Invalid syntax. Hope everyone is getting my point till now, right? Syntax error, how much syntax is important in Python. Now, let's just move ahead. Okay. Now, let's just talk about more about the data types. What exactly data types are, we have talked about already, but now let's just deep dive in this, right? Data types in Python. We have talked about string data type, integer data type, float data types, right? These are the stuff we have talked about. So like what exactly data types are? Data types are a built-in data types in Python, right? In Python, we have a built-in data types. We already talked about string data type, integer data type, float data type, right? We have talked about. Data types is an important concept in Python. Yes, this is the most important concept, and this is a basics one as well, right? If you are good at data type, data structure, and syntaxes, at that time you can write anything in Python. You can solve any kind of a problem on Python. Okay. Now let's just talk about the variables can be stored. Variables can be stored data of different types, and different types can be different things. Different types basically means, we'll explain, don't worry, within a minute. Now, Python has the following data types built in by default in these categories. So these are the things we have talked about already. Text type, string data type basically means, as I told, string data type basically means if I'm going to write something within a double quotes, that means like Uttam, grade, Floxus, if I just write in this way, that means this is a string data type. Okay. Now, after that, numeric data type. What exactly the numeric data type is? Like the way if I have written something 12 only, if I have written something 45, this is a integer, you can say numerical data type, integer numerical, right? Sequences data types or sequences types. What are the sequences types we have in Python? The list one, what exactly list, right? Tuples, range, the data structure, you can say, right? So lists are, what exactly lists are, we will discuss these things as well. Okay. Now another another sequences data types we have in Python are list, tuple, and then range. Okay, these are things we'll discuss within 5 minutes. Mapping type, the dictionary, right? What exactly dictionary? You must be thinking about dictionary like the way English dictionary we have read in 10 12 standards. No, not like that. So dictionary, the syntax of a dictionary is in this manner. So see, there's a curly braces is the syntax of a dictionary. Okay, these are dictionary. This is a data structure, you can say, in Python. Okay. Set types. Set types in Python are basically set. What exactly set is, we'll discuss this thing. Frozen set. Okay. Boolean data type we have in bool, B-double-O-L. B-double-O-L basically means the Boolean data type. Boolean data type basically means which contains a true false kind of a data, right? True false kind of a data. Whether a person is going to fail or pass, like the way if you just want to see this in the form of Python, it will give you the true false format type of a data. If you are solving some problem in Python, it will give you the output in the form of true false. It will not give you the data, it will not give you the output in the form of number, in the form of string values. It will not give you in this manner. It will give you everything in the form of Boolean data type. That means true false. That means true false. Okay. Now, yes, we'll discuss these things in depth as well, right? What exactly dictionary, what exactly list is within a minute. Okay. Now we have talked about the data types, right? I have already showed you, right? If I'm writing something in this manner, so this is a, if I just want to check the type, what is the type of this one? What is the type of this one? is a string data type, right? If I just write something in this one like 1 2 3 4 5 anything, it is showing me this is an integer data type. If I just write something 0.5, it is showing me okay, this is a float data type in this manner. Pretty much simple till now. Okay, the data type. Okay, we have understood the data types, what exactly data types are. Now let's just talk about the data structures. What exactly data structures are in Python? The list Python collections, the arrays. Okay, what exactly those are? In Python we have a collections. Collections, what the name already suggests, right? Collections which collects the data. Simple, right? Which collects a data. What are the collections we have in Python? The list, the dictionary, the tuple, the set, right? These are the all are the collections in Python, which collects a data in the form of their syntaxes. Like a list has a different syntax, dictionary has a different syntax, tuple in Python has a different syntax in this way. Now let's just talk about, there are 4 collections data type in Python programming language. What are those? First one is list. What exactly list is, we'll talk about. So list is a collection which is ordered and changeable, allows duplicate members. Okay, maybe you can understand this way. Let's just write this one in this way. What exactly list is, the name already suggests. First of all, you have to understand what exactly the list is and what is the syntax of a list. The syntax of a list, this one is the syntax of a list. Say the list is a collection. What is the meaning of collection? Collection basically means which can contain a multiple data types in within a list. Again, I am repeating, list is a collection which contains a multiple data types within a list only. Okay, multiple data types basically means like a string, like an integer, like a complex, like a float. Okay, now let's just do this. So this is a syntax of a list. If I just want to, if I'm just going to write something like Uttam, I have written Uttam, and as I told, it can contain a 34 like 3.4. As I told, list is a collection which can contain a multiple data type in itself, right? So it is containing, okay, it is containing a string data type, it is containing an integer data type, it is containing a float data type. If I just run this, okay, it is printing me everything, right? Or if I just want to see the type, what is the type of this? Okay, the type of is basically nothing but a list. Okay, now we have understand. Okay, list, and which list is a collection which contains a multiple data types. What are the multiple data types? Like a string, like an integer, like a float. Pretty much simple, right? Now let's just read this one again. List is a collections which is ordered, right? It is the form of it is a form of ordered. What exactly the form of, what is the meaning of exactly ordered? We'll let you know, don't worry about that. It is an ordered and changeable. Changeable basically means it can be changed. If I just want to remove something, if I just want to remove something in list, I can remove something in a list, I can add something within a list, right? I can do that thing as well. Okay, there are multiple parameters we have in Python. I can just show you these things as well. Let's just do that. Okay, where is it now? What, let's suppose there's another method we have in Python is basically the len. Len is the one different parameter, right? If, okay, let's just do one thing, stored it within a variable. This is called a variable. Let's suppose I am writing a one variable. If I just want to store this collection, so see, as I told, list is my one collection, right? I am storing this collection within a one variable. This is called a variable. I can write anything. I can write Uttam as well. Uttam is my new variable which contains these kind of data, right? If I just write this, okay, it is not printing me anything. If I just write in this way Uttam, it is showing me, okay, Uttam is a one variable which contains Uttam 12 and then 3.4 which contains a list. Pretty much simple, right? This is called a variable. How do I pass a variable? Just with the is equal to sign, writing a name of a variable and with the is equal to sign. Simple one, is equal to sign. Right? This is how pretty much simple Python it is, right? Okay. Now if I just want to check the length, how, like what are the elements, we generally call a technical term is lengths. What are the you can say what are the elements we have in Python. This is called the element. There are three elements we have in Python: first element, second element, and the third element, right? If I just want to check how many elements we have, okay, it is showing me three elements we have in Python. Pretty much simple, right? What are the elements we have in Python? These are the elements we have in Python. Pretty much simple till now. Now let's just move ahead. Or let's suppose another thing, as I told, list can be changed, list can be removed. If I just want to access a one element within a list, I can do that. That means, right? Now, what exactly the meaning of this? Let's suppose Uttam is my one variable which contains a list. If I just want to see the first element, always always remember, you have to remember always, in Python indexing always starts from 0. In Python, indexing always starts from 0. Indexing basically means the element wise, you can say, right? If I just write 0 in this, so what it will give me? It is giving me Uttam. It is giving me Uttam, right? Why? So what is the first element? The first element from my side, it is Uttam, but the 0th element in this list from the Python side, it is Uttam. Getting my point, right? Now this is called accessing a one element in Python, right? If I just want to access a third element, let's suppose the third element, what it will give me? It is giving me anything. It is giving me an error. It is showing me. And if you want to be good at it, Python, at that time you have to understand what exactly the error is, right? You have to good at to understand the error, what type of error it is, right? The list out of range, because third element we don't have in list. That is why it is showing me 3. If I just write up 2, it is showing me, okay, 3.4 we have, right? In this manner. Pretty much simple, sir. Now we have to do that. Now we have understand. Or let's suppose I'm just adding some more thing in this. Let's say I'm just adding like Floxus, and then I'm writing some more names, some more string names like computer 34 and then GB in this way. I have updated this one, right? I have updated. That means I have updated a Uttam variable. I have added some more elements within the same list, right? If I just do this, if I just check this, okay, there are multiple elements we have in this one. Like, okay, now the slicing word. Let's just talk about the slicing, right? If I just want to see the multiple elements together in Python, how do I do that? With let's suppose I just want to see the multiple elements from 1. This is called colon. Colon basically means 2, right? From to 2. I just want to see the first element to 5th element. What it will give me? Okay, it is giving me 12. That means these are 12, 3.4, Floxus, and then computer, right? So from the Python side, this is the 0th element, right? This is the first element. This is the third element. Not third, this is the second element. And this is the third element. In this way. Hope everyone is getting my point, right? So if I just want to see the 1 to 4th of element, the multiple elements together, at that time I can use a slicing. This is called a slicing. This is called a slicing, you can say. Pretty much simple, Tina, right? Okay. Okay, now let's just move ahead. Now, let's just do that. Okay, now we have understood what exactly it is working. Let's suppose you want to see the indexing as well. If you are working on a list, at that time you want to see the indexing as well. Let's just remove not the for loop, enumerate. But just write in this way, it is not showing me anything. If I'm just writing a for loop for understanding. It is printing me I comma j. So enumerate is a function which will give you the index as well together. Don't care about the for loop. just take care about the enumerate. So enumerate is a function which will give you at the same time the index as well and the number as well, the element as well. So the Uttam is my element, and what is the index of Uttam is 0. 12 is my number, it's an element, and 1 is the string, or not string, first is the index of the 12 number. In this way, pretty much simple. So we have understand how do we access the index and the element number at the same time. We have understand this thing. Okay, now let's just talk about the tuple things as well. The tuple things, what exactly the tuple is? As I told, tuple is nothing but this is like a, like the way Python we have, a collections, like the way we have a tuple is a collection which is ordered and unchangeable. Python, like in Python, tuples cannot be changed. Tuples cannot be changed. If I have specify, if I have write something within a tuple, I cannot change, I cannot update a tuple, right? Allows a duplicate members, but it can allow the duplicate members. Duplicate members basically means an elements. Members basically means an elements. Okay, now let's just talk about the tuple one. Now tuples are used to store a multiple items. Like, okay, you must be thinking about this is the same like the way lists are doing. List are the container, or list are the container, you can say, or collections. List are the collections which can contain a multiple elements together, right? Like the way we have a tuple as well. But what is the difference between them? List can be changed within a simple list. I can change anything, I can update anything within a list, right? I can update, I can change, right? And I can remove some elements if I want within a list. But these are the things I cannot do within a tuple. This is a property of a tuple, right? It's a property. Okay, so tuples are, you can say, the immutable as well. With the unchangeable, we generally call the immutable. Okay, now tuples are used to store a multiple items like the way we have a list as well in a single variable. In a single variable means basically, so see, Uttam is my one single variable before which I have passed a one single list with multiple elements, like the way we can pass a tuple as well. Okay, now a tuple is a collection which is ordered and unchangeable. Tuple is a collection which is ordered and unchangeable. Ordered basically means like the way we have a list. List is also an ordered and it is unchangeable, but lists are changeable. So see, lists are changeable in this manner and allow duplicate values. It can also allow a duplicate values. Pretty much simple till now, sir. Okay, so now we have understand in this manner what exactly the list is, what exactly the tuple is, how list works, how we can access a one elements within a list within a tuple. So see, the syntax of a tuple is this normal bracket. What is the syntax of a list is? The syntax of a list is this one. This is the syntax of a list, and this is the syntax of a tuple, right? If I just write, I'm passing something, Floxus, media, India, cover, phone, anything you can write in this, right? Or if I just write a print, so print is an statement, or print is an command in Python. If you at that time it will be print anything, whatever you will pass within a print statement, it will print whatever it will contain only. Okay, I'll just show you. Let's just type this. So it is printing me type or media, Floxus, the same thing which we have passed in this, right? Or if I just remove this print statement, what it will give? It is giving me same thing, right? So there's no much need for writing a print statement within this. Okay, so now we have understand till now. Okay, if you just want to see what is the type of this tuple, if I just write, okay, this the type of this tuple is the tuple. Okay, that is the data structure, right? So these we are studying a list, we have studied a list, we have studied a tuple. Now let's just more talked about the sets. Okay, so now we have understand list, tuple. Now let's just talk about the set. Okay, now let's just do that. Let's just read about first the set. So set is a collection which is unordered. Set is a collections, like the way, okay, list is also in collection, tuple is also in collection. You can say a collection or a container. Okay, so list is in collection, tuple is in collection, set is a collection. Okay, the same thing, which is unordered and unchangeable. They're slightly different, like a small changes between these kind of data structures, right? So then set is a collection which is unordered and unchangeable and unindexed. Unindexed basically means we don't have any index in this one. No duplicate members we cannot. So set is an data structure which cannot allow to pass a duplicate members. Duplicate members has not been allowed within a set. Okay, it always contains a unique values, right? Okay, now let's just move ahead. Okay, so now we have understand there's a slightly different between them, right? Difference between them. Lists are ordered and changeable, but where the tuple are ordered but they are unchangeable. The same thing, set are unordered and unchangeable. Okay, pretty much simple. Now we have understood the set as well, right? Now let's just read about this thing. Sets are used to store multiple items. Set are used to store the multiple items, like the way tuple has been stored and the list has been stored. Okay, like the way. Note that set items are unchangeable. Unchangeable basic means we cannot change in this way, but we can remove items and add new items within a set. Okay, if we are passing a set, at that time we can write something, we can add something, we can remove some of the stuffs. Then sets are unordered. They are not in the form of order. They are unchangeable and do not allow the duplicate members. Okay, so now we have understand they do not allow duplicate members. What kind of duplicate members? Now let's just talk about this one. Okay, now I have written everything in this. So see, this is my one variable name. This set is my one single variable. As I told, what exactly variable in Python is? It contain anything. Anything basically means, let's suppose I'm writing a one again variable. I'm just writing a variable AB. I'm writing a one variable. AB is equal to, I'm just writing 12, right? 12. So then AB is my one variable now. AB is my variable. I can write any name of my variable and I have passed the one value. So 12 is my value of a AB. Okay, so now we have understood 12 is my number which contains a AB variable. If I'm writing somewhere AB, it will give me the 12, the value. Pretty much simple. Okay, we have understood. Now the syntax of a set is this curly braces. So this is the curly braces. Now you have to understand and you have to remember this thing only, nothing more than that. You have to remember the syntax. This is an important one. The syntax of a set are, this is a curly braces. Okay, now I'm just passing apple, banana, cherry, and then apple. Pretty much simple. Or if I just write, if I'm just going to print this set, what it will give me? Okay, it is printing me apple, banana, cherry. But why it is not printing me apple again? We have 4 elements here. We have 4 elements here, but it is printing me the 3 elements. Why it is so? Can anyone tell me why it is printing me 3 elements here? Why it is not printing me the 4 elements? Hope everyone knows that, because I have already told it cannot allow a duplicate values. It will not allow a duplicate values or duplicate elements or duplicate member. Yes, duplicate members as well. Yes, correct. Right. So set are the collections, data structure or data type in Python which cannot allow a duplicate values. Okay, so now we have understood in this way. Okay, so you can see in this manner, you can write a simple program in this one. I'm just giving an idea in this one. You can write a program which cannot allow a duplicate numbers. We cannot pass a you can write a one function, you can write a one program which cannot contain a same password again. This way you can do that, right? Yes, pretty much simple. Okay, Now we have understood in this manner. Okay. Now let's just talk about the dictionaries. What exactly dictionaries are? So let's just read about here in this way. So dictionaries is a collections which is ordered. So dictionaries are the collections like the way we have. Now let's just talk about, okay, hope everyone can see my screen clearly and my voice is audible for everyone. Someone is complaining no one can see my screen properly. Is my screen up for everyone, guys? Okay. So maybe some network issue from some persons have facing. Okay. Now let's just talk about the dictionary. What exactly dictionary is? Like the way we have list, tuple, set, we already talked about. List it's an collection, tuple is an collection, set is an collection, but these are three different types, has contain a different functionality, has contain a different feature in itself. Okay, now talk about a dictionary. Dictionary is a collection like the way we have list, which is ordered. Always remember, this is ordered and changeable. We can change something in dictionary if we want, right? No duplicate members has been allowed in dictionary. Okay, what exactly dictionary is? Now let's just talk about. We have already knows about, okay, there's a proper one, you can say the definition of a dictionary, what exactly it is. Okay, now let's just talk about. Okay, now where the dictionary, okay, now let's just read about this. So dictionary are used to store a data values in the form of key value pairs. Yes, if someone asks you what how dictionary works, about dictionary is a collection which can contain a data in the form of key value pair. What exactly key value pair is? Now let's just talk about. Key value pair is like this. So this is the syntax of a dictionary. You must be thinking about, there is the same syntax we have in set as well, right? The syntax of a set we have the same, and the same syntax we have a dictionary as well, right? But there's a slightly difference between them. This is the syntax, or there's a, you can say, the mark of a set, but the dictionary mark is the key value pair. This is a column, the key and then key value pair. Dictionary always stored a data in the form of key value pair. Yeah, definitely everyone can get this kind of a Jupyter notebook. Don't worry about that. Now, dictionary always contains a data in the form of key value pair. Key value pair basically means, now let's just talk about. Let's suppose I'm writing something. Uh, uh, Floxus. Floxus conducting a machine learning workshop. I have written a value. This is my one value, and this is the key of this value. Understand in this way, right? So this is the key and this is the value. Uttam is the key and deep learning is the value. Grade is the key and NLP is the value. Always remember, dictionary always stored a data in the form of key value pair. But the same thing set cannot do. Set contains a data not like normally. Normally list contains, tuple contains. In this manner, set always contains. But this is a thing I'm explaining you because of the syntax of a set and then dictionary are the same. That is why. Okay, but dictionary contains a data in the form of key value pair. Now we have understood. What if I just want to print? So dict is my variable name. In this variable, I have passed a one dictionary. How do I get to know this is a dictionary? Because of key value pair. This is the key and this is the value. Key value pair. Okay, now we have understood. Now let's just type dict. Okay, it is printing me. Okay, Floxus. Okay, the value of Flox. This is the key, right? This is the key. Floxus conducting a machine learning workshop. Okay, deep learning, grade, NLP. Right? These is how this is how dictionary contains a data. Now let's just read this one. Dictionaries are changeable. Dictionaries are changeable. You can understand this way. These are the things we will go through in depth as well after the sessions, but you need to be understand in this way. Dictionaries are changeable. Changeable basically means it can be changed. We can update some values in dictionary, right? We can remove some elements within the dictionary. Okay, in this manner, meanings that we can change something, add something, and remove some of the elements after the dictionary has been created. This is the meaning of a changeable. Okay, now dictionaries cannot have two items with the same key. That means dictionary cannot contain a same keys. Dictionary cannot contain a same key at the same time. It cannot be same. Understood till now? Pretty much simple, right? That means we cannot pass a two same keys from the same data value. Okay, these are the things. Let's suppose I just want to see. So dict is my one variable which contains a dictionary. If I just want to see the value, I just want to see the value of a Floxus. So Floxus is my key. I want to see the value of a Floxus key. Okay, the value of a Floxus key, this one. How do I'm getting this? How do I access a one value regarding a with the help of key? So this is the key I'm going to pass like this, with like a list sign, like a list sign. This is not a list actual. This is a sign of a list only. Okay, this is a sign of a list. In this one, I'm just passing a key, the key only. Right? This is my key. Floxus is my key, and I'm writing. Okay, it is printing me the value of a Floxus in this way. We have understood, right? We have talked about already list, tuple, set, and dictionary. We got some basic idea on this, right? What actually dictionary is, sets is, tuple are, lists are, right? What actually data types, what type of data types we have in Python, right? Now we got some idea. Hope everyone get clear till now. Okay, now let's just talk about another step is to basically for loop. This is an important one as well, you can say. Again, let's just read about the fun simple definition of a loop. A loop, a for loop is used to iterate over a sequence. Yes, we can access it for sure. Yes, we can access the elements through the index in set. Yes. Now let's just talk about for loop is used for iterating over a sequence that is either a list, a tuple, a dictionary, a set, or a string. Again, I'm just reading this one. Loop is you can say there is an iterative technique. Loop is an iterative technique which works one by one. Don't read this definition, just read what I'm saying. Just listen what I'm saying. Loop is nothing but this is an iterative technique. Iterative technique basically means which works one by one. Iterative basically means which works one by one. What is the meaning of one by one? Let me just show you. Let's suppose I have a one list. I have a one list which contains Floxus, which contains Uttam, and which contains a machine learning. In this manner, right? Which contains a machine learning, and I'm writing A is equal to this list, which contains a this list, Floxus, Uttam, machine learning, in this way, right? In this, which contains this one. And I just want to iterate this with the help of for loop. How do I do that? For this is a syntax of for loop as well. You have to understand in this way, right? For I in A, what is the meaning of A? And there is a syntax. So this is the colon, this is the syntax of A. Okay. So for I in A basically means this is my one list. Okay. And I just want to print one by one. It will be print. Let's just check. Okay, it is printing me one by one. It is printing me Floxus. It is printing me Uttam. It is printing me machine learning. Right? So for loop is an iterative technique which works one by one. That means I have written a I here. I can write anything. I can write B as well. I can write anything. This is the technique, right? I can write anything. B, A, B, C, D, anything I can pass in this. That means B, the first value of B is to basically Floxus. Again, this is an iterative technique. The meaning of iterative is to basically it works one by one. One by one basically means the first value of B, what will be the first value of B? The Floxus, because this is an iterative technique. The second, and after that, it will print the B. What is the value of B? The first value of B is to Floxus. Again, my loop gets over. After that, my loop gets above. The what is the second value of B? The second value of B is to Uttam, and it will print the B again. Again, it will go above. The third value of B, what will be the third value of B? The machine learning, and it will print the value of B, the machine learning. In this way, this is an iterative technique. Pretty much simple till now, pretty much simple. Now, let's just move ahead. Okay, now we have understood the for loop, how for loop works. Thus, for loop works a one by one. Okay, now let's suppose I want to add something within a elements. How? Let's suppose go there in this way. In this way, I'm just writing something like this, right? I'm just adding this one, adding each and every value. What it will add? It will add. So what do you think? This will add or not? Not add this one, not like add 12. Add 12. It will work or not? It will be add 12 for each and every value, or at the end it will add a 12. What do you think? So let's just write this. It is adding a 12 each and every iteration. That means it works iteratively. It works iteratively. Hope everyone gets clear about the for loop. Okay, now this is called a concatenating as well. Concatenating, we can add something in Python from the same data type. So the value of B is basically the string, right? That is why I am concatenating the same data type. The data type of 12 is to basically string, because I have passed within a double quotes. If I am writing something within a double quotes, at that time this is going to be my string. I'm adding a string to the another string. Pretty much simple, right? So we have understood how for loop works, right? Pretty much simple. Okay. Now let's just talk about this one. This is a for loop, you can understand in simply, right? So if condition, so if else condition in Python works like the way a stop condition. If we want to stop some iteration in for loop, at that time I can use if else condition, right? Let's suppose I'm saying for I in F, it will work iteratively, right? A one by one value. For X in F, it will print X. That means the first value. And if X is equal to banana, or let's suppose if X is equal to Uttam, it will be break. It will be break. Okay, so my for loop works only 2 times. Why? Because I have passed a one condition in between. Let's suppose I want to stop my iteration of my for loop. How do I do that? With the help of if condition. I'm saying whenever the X value, what is my X value? This one, the first, the one value of an X. Whenever the value of X is equal to Uttam, at that time I am saying it should be break. Break basically means it will not go to the another iteration, right? Let's suppose if I'm passing small u, I have a capital U, right? If I'm passing a small u, at that time it will be work. It is printing me everything. Why? Because this condition gets false. Why? Because Uttam is not matching. I have a capital U. Here I have mentioned a small u. Pretty much simple, right? Now we have understand if else conditions, a little bit about the if else condition and the for loop as well. Yes, we have understood. If you want to just break, if you want to just terminate, you can say the technical term. If I just talk about the break a condition, you can say, or terminate a for loop or an iteration at that time. Pretty much simple. Now we have understood till now, right? Now let's just talk about the functions in Python. This is the most, this is an important one. You can say mainly works as well, right? If you have understand for loop, everything, at the end of that, you have to make a functions, right? We have to make a functions, right? It is easier to work with the functions. Now let's just talk about. So what exactly the functions are? A functions is a block of a code which only runs when it is called. Again, a function is a block of a code. A function is a simple block of a code which only runs whenever it is called. Let's suppose I have made a one function. It will run at the time whenever I will call it. Otherwise, it will not work. How? Let's just talk about. So you can pass data known as parameter into a function. A function can return data as a result. Always remember, function always return. What is the return? What is print? What exactly the difference between print and then return? We'll discuss these things as well. Now let's just talk about this one. So this is a syntax. Let me just remove this. So this is the syntax of my making a function. Let me just add a cell. Let me just add a one function again. So def. So def is my one syntax of making a functions in Python. So see, if I am writing a def, the color of my def has been changed. You see, it is a green color. That means this is a built-in. This is a built-in parameters in Python, you can say. Okay. Functions will always be return. Always remember, right? Now I am writing a print, that's fine, but it will always be returned. Now let's suppose I'm making a one function. What is the function? Let's suppose I'm adding Floxus is my one function I have made, and I'm passing a x, whatever that you can pass, you can pass, right? If I'm pass something, I'll write, okay, it will return hello, welcome to the Floxus, or welcome to the X, in this way, right? Welcome to the X. In this way, we can do that. It is showing me something. Oh, I have to pass in this. Okay, let's just do in this manner. Do this thing. Whatever that I'll pass. Hello. Hello X. In this way, I'm just going to pass. I have made a one function, right? I have made a one function. Okay. Hope my screen is visible to everyone. Some people are saying my screen is not visible clearly. Can anyone confirm? Is my screen up? Is my screen visible? Is my screen clearly seen? Okay. Now, so this is the one function I have made. Always remember, as I told. Okay. Okay. As I told, how do I make up functions in Python? With the help of def. With the help of def, just write a name, whatever that name you can pass, and just print or just type whatever view will be gonna be passed, right? X is my one variable which I'm going to pass. Whatever, like the way we have in for loop as well, right? For I in X. So I is nothing but the first iteration, the first one value. In this manner, I have just passed the X only. Or you can just pass the text as well. Anything you can pass. Anything I can just write. So see, now I have made a one function. Floxus is my one function. If I just write something, if I'm just writing Uttam, what it will print? Okay, it is printing me hello Uttam. So I have made a function Floxus which is always give me the hello Uttam. It is not giving me the hello Uttam. It will always give me whatever I will print in this one, whatever else I will pass in this. If I'll just write something, I have written machine learning, right? I have Done. So it is printing me, okay, hello machine learning. Okay, that means whatever that I will pass in this, it will give me, okay, hello machine learning, hello Uttam, anything it will be give me in this way. Okay, pretty much simple till now. We have understood the functions, right? So that means the benefit of function is to basically we can make a function once. Again, I am repeating, the benefit of a functions are we can make a function once and we can apply it n number of times. We don't have to make a logic, a for loop and whatever multiple times. Just made once and repeat it n number of times, use it n number of times, or anyway the benefit of making a functions. Pretty much simple, right? So that you can see in this, right? I have written up one function here. I'm not going to write again and again this function. I just want to add again and again hello thumb, hello grade, hello machine learning in this way, right? I'm just calling a function name, the Floxus, and I'm writing today is Monday. Today is Monday. It is printing me, okay, hello Monday. I just have to pass the value here. It will give me hello Monday, whatever that it can be, right? Pretty much simple till now. Okay, so now we have understand everything in this way. Now let's just move ahead. Now we have understand a list, we have understand functions, we have understand the data types, what exactly data types are, data structures we have understood, right? Dictionary, list, tuple, set, string, everything, right? Okay, so now we have understand this way. Now let's just talk about a list comprehension. What exactly list comprehension are? So list comprehension is nothing but this is a shorter way to writing to, you can say, to making a list within a for loop. How? Let's just do this. Now let's just do this. Okay, now let's suppose, let's just remove this, or let's just remove this, or let's just remove this. Okay, now what I'm doing here, again I'm writing a for loop. Again, this is an important one. So as I said, we have covered lot of stuffs. Okay, now I'm just talking about a list comprehension. What's the meaning of list comprehension, right? As I told, list is a one function, or list is a data structure, you can say a container which can add anything in within a list. Within a list container, I can add and multiple data types, right? We know that. Okay, now I'm writing a for loop. Again, understand in this way, right? We know that how for loop works. The first value of I, what will be the first value of I? Okay, let me just show you the range. Let me just show you the range. I'm just writing something. The range function works in this way. It is printing me the value 1 to 9. Why it is not printing me 10? The range is a function which will give you the values from and to whatever I will pass. I'm passing the value from to 10. I'm just saying I just want to see the values till from 1 to till 10, and 10 is always been excluded. Excluded basically means this will not be included in this list, this one. If I just want to see the values 100 to 200, it will give me, yes, it is printing me 100 to 200 values one by one. I don't need to write one by one the values, and 200 will not be come up. That means 200 is an excluded one. This is the meaning of range. Okay, now I'm writing a for loop for I in range 10. What is the meaning of 10? We know that. That means it will start values from 1 to 10. If I just write 10 here only, let me just write 10 here only, it is printing me 0 to 9. By default, the value of range starts from 0. Okay, starts from 0. So it will give me the value in this way, right? At the back end. At the back end. Again, for I in range. So from your understanding, what will be the first value of I? Can anyone tell me what will be the first value of I in this? the first value of I in this will be 0, right? Because we know that what will be the range generate the first value. The first value it will generate a 0. The first value of is 0. Yes, the 0. And 0 multiply by 2. This is not a multiply. This is a power sign. Power sign. We know that, right? What is the power of 2? That 2 raised to power of 2 is equal to 4. In this way, right? So what will be the power of this one? Right? It will be multiplied by 2, right? And the power by, not a multiple, this is a power, you can say. It's the power of, or that's simpler way. Just multiply by 2. Whatever that value will become up, whatever that value will become up, it will be multiplied by 2 only, right? And it will be stored within a variable square. Okay, and square will be append. So dot append is a method, is a function of a list. Dot append is a method of a list only, right? Append is a method of list which can appending basically means a sum, adding some values within a list only. Okay, now square contains a value. What will be the first value of I? 0. 0 multiplied by 2. That value stored within a variable square. Square dot append the square value, right? Square value. And again, the second value of I will be 1. 1 multiplied by 2. That means 2. 2 will be stored within a variable square, and that will be append square dot append a square. In this way, it will be append one value to the empty list. So this is my empty list. That is why I'm just saying squares dot append of square. The one by one, it will append the values. Pretty much simple, right? If I just check the values of square, just go there and adding a one cell, right? Print something. So see, it is showing me 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 18. It is printing me the values in this manner. Why it is, see, 9 multiplied and that value is appended. Appended basically means the sum, the adding those values within a list square. This is a list. This means this is the meaning of square. Square basically nothing means, this is a list only. Pretty much simple, sir. Now we have understood. Now we get clear till now. Pretty much simple, right? How to add everything in this one. So if I just want to see the faster way, so this is the way I have done within a 4 lines. So for this, I have take a 4 lines to adding something, right? To adding some values within a variable, within the variable square. What if I just want to do it within a faster way? How do I do that? This is called a list comprehension. For I in range of 10, I multiply by 2, and I just want to store it within a variable a, let's suppose, right? And I so see, if I just want to print a, so see the same thing, the same pattern it is showing. So see, the same value it is showing, but within a one single line of a code. I haven't passed the 4 lines here. I have write a one single line in this. So see, for I in this way, this is called a list comprehension. This is called a list comprehension. This is called a list comprehension. Okay, so now we have understood till now. Okay, so now we have understood in this way, right? This is called a list comprehension. We can do in this manner, we can do in this way as well, and we can do the same thing with the help of in this way as well. Okay, so now we have understood. Now we have covered a lot of stuff today. We have covered a list comprehension. We have covered functions. We have covered for loop. We have covered the data types. We have covered multiple data types, multiple data structures. We have covered till now. We have covered a lot of stuff. Dictionary, set, tuple, list, everything we have covered, right? Many things we have covered till now. Pretty much. So we have covered almost, right, multiple things. Okay, now. Okay. Okay, so now we have understood what exactly the Python is, how Python works, what are the data types we have, what are the data structures we have, why Python is used, right? I'm just going to summarize what we have covered so far till now, right? Now we have covered this thing, right? Okay, okay. Now, yes. So I believe this is it for that. This one. Just a sec. Where I was. Just a sec, guys. Where it is. Okay, now. I'm just checking one thing. Yes. Now. Okay, guys. So these are the stuffs we have covered so far. Okay, now let's just talk about the question. If you have any kind of a question for me, guys, so you can ask me. So we have covered a lot of stuffs today. And one more thing for that. Now it's being a 5 days of a long workshop, right? And if you want to add that for thing, the pro plan, right? So this is a kind of a free, like a paid work, like a free pro plan for this, right? The machine learning workshop pro plan. If you want, this is the last day for that, right? So you can enroll in this for the pro plan of you can get enroll this for the Zoom link with me, right? For this one, the link in the description, guys. You can check it out for sure. I believe yes, recording would be available for sure. Yes, recording would be available. Yes, we have almost covered everything. Yes, now as I told, there's a basic plan which we are like a YouTube live. If you want to go for the pro plan for this, you can. There's a last day for that. There's a last day for to get enrolled within the pro plan of to get connect with me on the Zoom link with the Zoom. Anyone can do that. The link in the description. No, comprehension works any data type or any data structure like dictionary comprehension. We can do that, right? We can do that. It's not only for list. Yes, we can do that. Nested list is a list. Yes, we can do that thing as well. Yes, there's an Indian payment for that as well. Yes, there's an option, Indian payment for that. You don't need to be care about your attendance. It will be stored, like it will be taken already, right? Don't worry about that. For sure, we'll send you that thing as well. And for the tomorrow's session, we have a tomorrow session as well. And the tomorrow session we'll cover a lot more stuff like the way we have covered today. So be prepared for the tomorrow's one. And for today's session, I'll share some quizzes as well for you guys, so you can go through that tomorrow like the quizzes as well. I'll share the quiz. If you like, I believe moreover everyone has an WhatsApp group. You will get to know the quiz. What will be the quiz for today's one, and you will get some goodies as well. The top performer will get some goodies after that, if after for the quizzes as well, right? Whatever that we have covered so far today's session, the quizzes will be based upon that only. Okay, top performers get some goodies for that. Okay, so please contact that as one. The submission deadline is for tomorrow's one as well only, right? We have a tomorrow's session, right? Before that you have to submit that one. There are some 5 to 10 around quizzes. You can go through that thing as well. For sure we will get a certificate for this. Everyone will get a certificate. That thing, and you need to be checked with that for the YouTube. If like persons are getting this thing, who are joining this session for Zoom on YouTube, maybe you need to ask with that Floxus team. Assignment is totally based upon whatever that we have covered today. The assignment will be there, and there's a 1 day's deadline. The tomorrow's session, before the tomorrow's session, you have to done it and submit it. right? On your group, you all have a group as well. The pro plan on the on the pro plan, everyone can be connect with me on the Zoom call, and the half hour session or half hour discussion, you can say, right? You can Q&A with a half an hour session with me after the session, like the way, right? We have a half an hour session. After the session, after the completed this session, 1.5 hours, after that we have a half an hour Q&A session with me. You can ask me anything in this one. You can ask me some questions as well. You can ask me questions as well in this one, right? A pro plan is for 199 only for this. You can check link in the description, right? Definitely within a group, you will get, everyone will get a notes or Jupyter file. You need to check, you will get a session, you will get a certificate or not. If you are joining the session on YouTube, you need to check with the Floxus team. Please ask with them first, right? So please rate that, guys. How's the session? And then we'll connect tomorrow. Be prepared for tomorrow's session, right? And please go through this video and this whatever that we will share the Python basics file, right? Please go through that thing as well, right? And we'll meet tomorrow as well. So how's that session for that, guys, for everyone? How's that session? Thank you, everyone. Yes, for sure. The last 2 days for this workshop, we have a project. We have a project. We will solve a problem statement on machine learning related stuffs the last 2 days. Okay. Yes, you have to submit the projects as well. Yes. Thank you, everyone, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining the session.